free water for most, an unforgettable elephant, and flying ponies.
My name's Keith Maniac from Guatemala.
I'm Bomber.
And you're listening to This Week in Sedgefield.
Driving down the road today, bumps and cracks along the way. Sedgefield is the place to be, pothole party just for me.
Well, that was a good intro song.
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
Quite a new one.
It was just amazing. Yeah.
Tell me about it.
I will.
You better.
I went to an amazing presentation. I haven't got all the details with me, but it was an AI presentation that
done by AI.
I think it was the Lions organized it. Mm-hmm. Well, it was at the Lions Clubhouse. Maybe it wasn't a Lions thing. Anyway, one of the Lions invited me to this, and it was all about AI and all about how you can and how you should make it work for you.
Yes.
So using it as a tool for making your workplace more efficient, using it as a tool to make your emails sound better, a whole lot of things like that. So
helping you, not doing your job for you.
Yes, yeah, helping you, yeah. So that's how we have to see it. So one of the things he did for a bit of fun was he said all of the audience had to suggest topics for a song, and then they were all put on a board and everyone voted. Wow, everyone just shouted which of the ones they preferred.
It's a kind of voting.
And the one that came up was celebrating Sedgefield's potholes. Because, I mean, we're going to ask AI to create a song.
Yes.
And
that would be
it's not like it can go online and say, oh, here's a song that fits that criteria.
Yes.
Because there isn't one.
Probably not.
So, using the program, you know the name? Suno, that's it. Using the AI program Suno, he sort of typed in there and said, make up a song celebrating Sedgefield potholes. And we want it in this sort of genre of rock ballad.
I think it was,
that sort of thing. So within seconds, it produced all these words, rhyming words, It wrote a song.
How's that?
I was blown away. I thought, wow, that was really cool. And he said, no, wait, there's more.
Ooh.
And he said, okay, do it now. Put it to music. And within seconds again, it created that song that we just heard, which I think it should be the Sedgefield anthem.
There we go. Beautiful.
Hey?
Yeah.
Celebrating Sedgefield potholes.
Don't just
such a catchy tune. Such a catchy. So there you go. AI is it's so scary, but it's so amazing.
It is. It's
phenomenal. I hope it doesn't do any of us out of jobs.
Well,
I hope
has
it makes
already.
our jobs easier.
Well, there are a lot of people who are going to be, but it's the same as when vehicles moved from being horse drawn to being engine drawn.
Well, that kind of put horses out of work more than
and the people who are selling the carriages.
Yes, I suppose
and the carriage wheels and all of those sort of things.
Yeah.
So we got to adapt. Times are
and computers. Let's face it, computers put people out of work.
Yeah.
I did
Yes.
a trade called photolithography. That was my original trade.
Oh, really?
Doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Does not exist anymore.
Sounds very cool, though.
It's part of the printing trade.
Yes.
But it's the gap between, it fills the gap between the artist, the layup artist or the whatever, and the printer.
Oh, man.
So the guy that takes the scribblings and the type stuff from the artist and makes it into a thing that the printer can use is the photolithographer.
Oh,
that was
so
me.
Cool.
I've been replaced. Yeah.
How times have moved. It's just what a time to be alive.
Oh, what a time to be alive.
It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
so it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen with all of it. Absolutely. But what's never going to be removed is the need for human contact, human interactions.
Human interaction, yes.
And the human touch. And as much as that's going to be emulated and try to be copied,
it's not going to.
It's never going to be.
Because can you imagine they close off the street and you go to watch robots skateboarding? It's going to be terrible.
I would watch that.
Would you?
Wouldn't you?
But only once.
Yes,
surely.
once.
No, once.
But it's more exciting to see the humans do it. Absolutely. I agree with that.
coincidentally.
Oh, wow. How did it? Look at that.
I don't know how that
leads
happened.
straight onto it.
Straight on to our next topic.
It was the skate jam. And
wasn't it great?
Man,
the Great Skate Jam.
The Great Skate Jam. Yeah, we spoke a bit about it last week. It's made the front page. Of course it had, with a great picture.
Brilliant picture taken by Emma Rourke.
Mm-hmm.
I think she calls herself L. Rourke Photography. Ooh. She's so good. She's such a good photographer. And the picture had to go on the front page.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad it did.
Yes.
Because we got a nod or maybe a rude sign,
a gesture,
or something, a
hand gesture of an indeterminate nature
from somewhere. It was forwarded. A snapshot of it was forwarded to me, but it was I think it was a skateboarding discussion group or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever you call them. I'm sure that's not the proper lingo. Because in our article, we talked about a
sick Mongo.
No, a gnarly.
Gnarly, that's it, gnarly.
Mongo push.
gnarly
Mongo push. Never heard of it before.
Yeah.
But it was in the paper because the person who wrote the article did some research.
Yes.
Apparently it's not the done thing anymore.
No, it's not.
Yes.
So it's kind of seen as a bit more of a derogatory term. I mean, not
for skateboarding.
Yeah, for skateboarding.
Okay.
So if you push Mongo, so that'll mean that you've got your foot at the back of the board and you push with your non-dominant foot off the board, which you would do normally, but your other foot is at the back, on the kind of back screws rather than the front, which sounds very small, very little. It's quite distinct when you do see it and when you do notice it. And that is kind of frowned upon.
Because it's a 70s thing.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, I suppose
that's what they said. It's a 70s
Yeah, 70s thing.
But I mean, the 70s is coming back.
Yeah.
So maybe gnarly Mongo. Some
gnarly Mongo
pushing will come back. I mean, let's face it.
It could do. Well, there are a lot. There are a lot of skateboarders who are hearkening back to that era. And even at the skate jam, you could totally see it. Those where you had Quinn, who was on, he was one of the younger boys.
Yes.
Who was the surfer. He's on the Eden Surf team, I believe.
Yeah.
And he was just carving all over.
Wasn't he just hands on the ground while skateboarding?
So cool. And that's still some of my favorite stuff to watch. It's really, really awesome.
And that other girl who...
yes, Tabitha.
Tabitha, yeah. And she did that thing. She was wearing a handbag. And it was so cool because it was
how you do.
She was on her way to the shops and happened to find herself on a skateboard and just did
just so flowy.
It was
absolutely
very cool.
Brilliant. Yeah. Very, very cool.
Anyway, enough of the Mongo push. We've got lots of things to talk about.
We had something that looked even cooler than the coolest of the coolest skateboarders who are not even pushing Mongo and everything like that. And that was in particular one team at the Anything That Floats.
Oh wow, they were so good, weren't they?
Blazing orange.
Yes. Oh man. And
so well prepared.
So well prepared. They built this majestic boat, the biggest and the best.
It was very impressive. Very impressive. Could not fault them.
And then I don't want to mix boat terms with political terms.
Yes.
But there was some rigging.
Oh,
there was some rigging.
There was some rigging, but the wrong kind.
Yes, yeah.
The wrong kind of rigging.
I think there was, and they came last.
Oh.
They came last.
Well, that's that's popular opinion that they were last. I mean, in my eyes, that team. Let's just put it out. It was our team.
I want to check
our
those.
Team. It was. There was this glorious team. We were on a team. It was so much fun, Bomber.
Wasn't it just?
Man, it was lekker.
But we failed.
We did.
the main thing of getting your boat on the water around the buoy and back. And we got it on the water, and then it failed.
Yes, and it failed because of a heavy toilet.
No, I don't think so. I think it.
Are you blaming me?
The lack of the lack of strength in the, what are those things called? Jibs or the sticky out.
Yeah, they were fiberglass rods that we had used.
Rods. They were from camping or something.
They were made in America.
Probably,
Or made in China. Or made in somewhere not South Africa. I don't know.
Yes, we'll use South African ones next time.
But it was a fantastic event, and even though it did start to get cold, it was so encouraging to see so many people come out cheering on another great, glorious, happy community event.
Yeah,
I thought it was great. And I think next year, I mean, just by kind of conversation this week, hearing how many people are saying they're already keen for next year.
Yeah,
but it has been it's been quite a busy time.
It has. I think next year they're going to move the event to November.
That sounds good. Yeah.
So because that's a quieter month, and then get more people involved,
sponsor some teams and
get team sponsored, but get a committee to drive the thing.
All about committees. Committees definitely help.
Should we say a team?
A team. Let's go with team.
Team to run the whole thing.
That's right. Because it was sort of a type of committee that put together the budget for the NISE municipality, and that hasn't gone so well. Can we jump into that discussion?
Yeah, let's jump into that. Feet first. Okay. Well, look, on our front page this week, those of you who haven't seen it yet, get yourself a copy now. We talk about it's a repeating story, but it's so bizarre because that it's worthy of repeating.
That's right, because there's more and more.
It keeps developing.
It does, yeah.
So that's the okay. Let's start with a little bit of background again.
Yeah.
But at the moment, okay. In fact, let's go to a different side of the same meeting.
Okay, different side of the same meeting. Yes.
So a letter from Bredell,
Anton Bredell.
Well, from his government, I suppose, the Western Cape provincial government.
Yeah.
Said that they had looked at the budget that Neisner had presented to them. This is the budget. We're already 3 months into the budget. And sort of follow-up documents, because obviously the budget must be seen to be working in the first 3 months.
Yes, that would be helpful.
And they're basically saying you have an unfunded budget.
Unfunded budget.
An unfunded budget. So, that's like there's not enough money for doing what you say you want to do.
Oh.
So,
okay.
Like taking your family to the Spur and saying, you order that, you order that, you order that. Okay, it's going to come to 650 Rand. Okay, it's a small family. But 650 Rand.
One rubbish.
And then saying, oh, we've only got 79 Rand. Well, let's workshop this. Let's look at how we can cleverly spend the 79 Rand. Let's form a committee and then we'll go and workshop it, and then we'll have some meeting with the public, and we'll jump up and down and maybe stand on one leg or whatever.
Have a philosophical discussion and then ridicule each other.
It's still not going to meet the bill.
Yes.
And that's what an unfunded budget is. So that leading into the story of the Grey Elephant Pty Limited company having 30 million plus
that's it. These
write-off.
These figures are wild. It goes from 30 million up to 60 million, 50 million. There are all these massive figures being thrown in that is owed.
That's owed.
So to the municipality.
The majority decision months ago, I think probably. Well, it's been decided time and time again.
Yeah, this has been going on since like 2020.
Was that they should write the money off. But obviously the opposition was saying, no, we can't afford to. Bad decision. Anyway, it's gone on, and it was due for discussion on Monday.
Yes.
At their special general meeting.
That's right, yes.
Because, once again, Mr. Bredell his officers had sent a letter saying, you cannot write this money off.
Yeah.
It's illegal for you to do so because it's your job to bring in money.
Yeah.
And also it pointed to the fact, or it alleges, let's put it that way.
Yeah,
it alleges
safer language.
That the Grey Elephant hadn't even stuck to the terms of the agreement when it was agreed to write off their money.
That's right.
So they hadn't even paid the money that they promised to pay.
Yes, and that was kind of several times that happened over the years. It was, okay, they should pay 3 million until we figure this out.
Yes,
because they've got to be paying something in. What was the language from what I understood?
That was it,
yeah.
So now look, I've got to say that we're talking about paperwork presented by the municipality on their agendas.
Yes.
And the letter from Anton Bredell's office is on their agenda. If there is another side to this, then we would be very keen to hear it. But at the moment, we're just saying what the paperwork said.
That's right, because
the meeting. It's all on the agenda.
That's right. Yeah. Because in this meeting, there was mention of very interesting papers that you managed to get a hold of.
Yes.
From the court papers.
Oh, yes, yeah. So what happened? That's right. They were supposed to discuss it again because of Anton Brodell's thing.
Yeah.
And then they suddenly, half of the majority said, no, we've got to put this to one side again.
Yeah, we can't talk about this.
We got to, because we don't want to. And the other guys are going, no, come on, we got to finish this. Let's discuss this input from Anton Brodell.
Yeah.
But it turned out that all the leading coalition councillors and the municipal manager and Knysna municipality as an entity.
Yeah. And I think the speaker.
Oh, the speaker as well?
I think it was the speaker as well, yeah.
Had been presented with court papers saying that the intention of another group to challenge this in the High Court, to challenge this writing off, and to prove that it's illegal.
Yes.
So they didn't want to talk about it anymore because you're supposed to not. I think they'd only got those papers that morning.
It was
I think
that morning,
they wanted to see. So they are going to talk about it in another council meeting within a week. So they eventually all agreed to discuss it in another council meeting within the week.
Yeah.
So I want to listen to that.
Oh,
meeting.
yeah. And so we want to have a kind of a longer discussion at some point about this because the court papers, that court order is pretty intense.
It is.
Some of the allegations and
it's like a model camping.
Yeah, but
pretty intense.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yes.
But that's I thought you covered it really nicely on the front page. A great summary of that. But there is just such great depth to it, and to the story, and it's just developing. And it.
And you know what? At that same meeting was something else that went on, and I totally missed it. I missed it. I was so taken aback by this whole story of the grey elephant not paying that I missed something else that came up, and it's to do with the underfunded budget.
Oh, was it the water meter?
The water meter thing.
Water meter thing. Yes. Yeah, we spoke a bit about this. Yes.
Yeah. So in the once again, this is not us just picking up on bits here and there. This is in the agenda, in the paperwork that was presented to all the councillors at the meeting.
Yeah, for them to discuss and agree upon and all of that.
So a lot of it is to talk about the budget and to talk about getting more revenue in because they've got all these things to pay for.
I've got a way, and it involves an elephant.
Yes.
Well, that's one way, but this might be another way.
Well, yeah. So we're talking prepaid water meters.
Yes.
So no, they've already become the bane of Sedgefield. And a lot of people in Knysna because sometimes they work and sometimes they don't.
Yes.
And if you don't have a working one, it's a nightmare because you go and you buy water tokens, whatever.
Yes.
You try and load them in and you can't. And then they've got to come and change your water meter because it's faulty. And then your old tokens that were in the first water meter
are gone.
Oh man, and so so these water meters are amongst the bunch that were bought a few years ago by the then, and I'm going to say it now, he was very dodgy municipal manager Vitala.
Vitala, okay, I don't know.
Yes, Mr. Vitala.
Okay.
Vatala, Vatala. I think that was his name, Vitala. Yes.
Okay, I've got it spelled out.
Okay. So he was in charge, and there was a Mr. Mamani, not
the Mamusi kind.
Not Mamusi Mamani, just another Mamani, who was the financial officer.
Yes.
Anyway, when they were running the municipality, a whole lot of these water meters were purchased from a company in Cape Town. Now, the company in Cape Town already had a bit of a head-butting match with the city of Cape Town because these water meters weren't working properly.
Oh, we're a bit... Okay.
So now, Knysna municipality is owns thousands of these things, and they've installed thousands, and they're just not working.
Those are the ones we're using. Well,
you want some interesting stats?
Oh, please, because this is, I mean, it's just shrouded in weirdness. And there has been, I mean, all this around the water meters, you hear people complain about them all the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, 'tis the nature.
And this is under the heading of revenue management. So far in the Greater Knysna area, the total water prepaid meters, that's not the normal meters, the prepaid meters.
Just the prepaid meters, okay.
15,000 were installed.
Okay.
Well, so 15,072.
Okay, thank you for being very specific. I'll hold on to that number. Yes.
Active meters, 11,560. So you've got
4,000 already that aren't active.
Almost 5,000 that aren't
active.
In other words, they're not working.
Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
There's more?
There's more.
But wait.
Of the 11,560 active meters, meters that are working,
yes,
only 3,004 of those meters are actually purchasing water.
So,
yeah.
So, pardon, help me out here.
Yeah.
There are a few steps. So there only about 3,000 water meters are actually bringing in money. And the remaining 8,000 odd.
Yes, the 8,000 of the ones that work.
That are actually working. Oh, man, just of the ones that are working. So 8,000 then...
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yes. So, I know you're trying to work it out in your head. 25.99% of the meters are working. Just let's call it 26%.
Yeah,
we're feeling generous.
Yeah, let's round it up.
Water under the bridge.
Yeah.
26% of the meters are bringing in revenue.
Are doing their job.
26%.
Hey, no, that matches up with our municipality, doesn't it? About 26%.
That's 25% of
the ones that are working.
Of the ones that are working, not the ones installed. The financial loss.
This is going to make me stop laughing. Yes.
Is 74.01% on water collection.
Oh, come on. That's about as basic as you can get.
Hey,
isn't it?
And come on. One job. Okay, they have more than one job. But the water department...
There is someone who has one job.
Or the person who orders water meters or whatever. Whoever it is.
There's someone.
One job.
Oh, come on.
Imagine. Man. And this is Knysna. This is Knysna. So the plan of action is...
Yes, please say there is a plan. There is
replacement of faulty meters to mitigate the free flow and refurbishment of current meters to extend the lifespan of the meters. So basically, the meters that they have in stock, because they've still got lots, they're not going... Because remember, they bought... What did they...
Thousands and thousands
they
of
bought
them.
thousands of them.
Under kind of a dodgy thing. So not all of the water meters that are out and about are the dodgy ones. There was just
I think a lot of them are. A lot of them. I don't know if all. No. So the plan is replacement of the faulty meters to mitigate free flow and refurbishment of current meters to extend lifespan of the meters. So in short, they are keeping all the extra meters that they're not going to install because they're not working as spares for the dodgy meters. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And then they're going to, wait for it, of course they are, appoint a service provider to do refurbishment of meters.
Because they can't handle it themselves, obviously.
And then what we were talking about earlier, they're going to develop and implement a replacement and refurbishment plan by technical and revenue management. They're going to implement revenue enhancement identified meters. And then they're going to execute, not the installer. No,
okay, good.
They're going to execute the replacement and refurbishment plan. Okay.
Eventually.
After they've got, there's more. After they have got meter condition assessment reports, so they're going to have to employ people to go around and what condition is your meter?
Oy.
And then they're going to look at their replacement and refurbishment plans, and then they're going to look at the records of executed replacements and refurbishments. Once again, this is not people. They're not going to execute any people.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Some of this is making me cross, man.
It should do. It should do.
It should do. And it kind of makes me feel a little bit hopeless about a lot of these avenues and a lot of these things that are going on that are. I mean, and it stems all the way back to kind of fighting in the council, to poor management, to so many things along the way that just need sorting. But I want to be hopeful. I saw a stat that about 60% of South Africans are hopeful about the GNU.
Yes.
And one of the beacons of hope are, funnily enough, around home affairs. I don't know if have you seen this, that there was a backlog of something like 300,000 IDs that was cleared up in about a month.
Oh, wow.
And that there are these plans for the next few years. I can't remember the exact.
Yeah.
For the full system to be digitized, but digitized well, so that it can all be done online from home. And there are little things like that, like the petrol price dropping, like, I mean, even the new education minister, I don't agree with a lot of what she says, but yes, but I mean, she didn't want it signed either, in its current state. But there are these glimmers of people in the right places, and that's just what we need.
Absolutely.
Are the right people in the right places.
You know, I've met about 3 or 4 people in the last couple of weeks.
Sure, you've been hiding out a little bit, have you?
Yes.
I'm one of them. I mean, we're hanging out right now. Your wife, one other person. Who's the lucky other one?
Oh, I think it was myself. No, 3 or 4 people who have been to the George Home Affairs office.
Yes.
And every one of them has said, wow, we were pleasantly surprised.
I've also heard that about the George one.
Isn't that great?
You don't hear home affairs and pleasantly surprised often together.
No.
It can happen.
Oh, please let it happen. Please
let it happen. Hey?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
What else were we going to talk about? Let's find something positive to talk about.
The line dancing fashion show, Deb and the Dude.
Afternoon.
That's happening on Friday.
So it's either today, if people
Yeah.
listen to this podcast tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or it's tomorrow if people listen to this podcast today.
I'm lost.
Are you?
I might be in last week Tuesday at this point.
Well, last week Saturday, you're getting that sinking feeling. Yes.
Again,
okay.
Friday, 4th of October.
Friday, 4th of October.
At 2:30
Friday,
for 3.
4th free.
At somewhere. Somewhere. Just look for line dancing people.
Where is it? It's at
Mosaic Market.
Mosaic Market.
Mosaic Market outside.
So they're going to be wearing the Deb and the Dude clothes,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to be doing dancing.
Yes.
If you see people dancing in a line,
yes,
that's it.
It might be them.
Yes,
you can ask.
There might be a queue for the toilet, and people do tend to dance a bit then. If it's a long queue,
different kind of dance.
Yeah, different kind of dance. It's more of a Mongo push dance, isn't it? Yeah.
A gnarly one.
Yeah,
bro, what's up?
Away.
That's going to be really good fun. And then also in that general vicinity and area, next week, Sunday.
Yeah, so we've got another week to talk about it. But it's coming up.
Yeah.
People must mark their calendars. Do people have calendars anymore? Tell Google to mark your calendar.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Google, mark my calendar for Friday, 4th of October. So some people's phones, if they may have picked up on that.
Yeah.
I may have just done it for you. I am AI now. I've taken the place of robots on a big campaign to do just that.
Okay.
But the Kite Festival is super exciting. I think that's going to be a cool one
as
well.
That's on Sunday the
13th. Oh, do I have that right? I believe it's
let's have a look. It's on Sunday.
Yep, Sunday the 13th.
That's it. 13th of October. Yeah. It's going to be brilliant. It's in Sedgefield.
Yeah. And what I didn't know, which it was awesome to see in the Edge, that full page ad.
Like a program, yeah.
For all the things happening. There's like dogs flying kites.
Yeah, no. Don't be silly.
Am I right?
It's people flying dogs.
I knew it. Sorry.
But just lightweight dogs, yeah.
A chihuahua.
Chihuahua, or a boxer kite, yeah. There's dog agility things. If you have an agile dog or something. There's ponies for petting. Because we were working on the paper and we were putting that thing in and we kind of said, it mentions ponies. We'll put it down as pony rides. They're not pony rides.
Oh, okay. You can't ride them.
You can't ride them. You can pat them.
Okay.
Or pet them.
Gently pet them.
Pet. Yeah. Anyway. Pat can pet the ponies.
Yeah,
yes,
whisper sweet nothings into their
that's
ears.
it, yeah.
But no further.
Yes, yeah. Don't get too
good.
petty. Yeah. So there's that. There's obviously big kites flying.
Yes, I would hope so.
There's going to be people singing a band.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I think it's Alan and Shelley. In fact.
Yes.
Alan and Shelley are going to sing.
The Battle of the Buskers.
They did the Battle of the Buskers. Yeah. What else? Yeah. There's just lots and lots going on for the day. There's a huge children's kind of, I wouldn't say playground, but a children's games thing.
Oh,
so like the
those.
old fairground thing.
Well, they let me on.
Throw a pony at a coconut
the child.
or something. Throw a child at a pony. I don't know. No. Throwing hoops over coconuts or things
and kites.
Yes, that sort of thing. So and there's always good music. It's going to be great fun.
Oh, it will be a
really
fun
is,
one.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be a great day.
No, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Yeah. Weather-wise, I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Does it still happen if there's no wind? I mean, some things happen when there is.
Don't
happen when there's too much
wind. No wind.
They do.
It'll go on, but there won't be many kites in the sky.
Get a big crowd.
Yes.
Everyone, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Man, I love these community things. I mean,
me too.
So I'm looking forward to the line dancing, looking forward to the kite festival, looking forward to, the Wednesday markets, Saturday markets, all of these things, all helping each other. It makes me feel better where all your water meter and fighting council and all of that, it makes me cross, but these things make me feel better.
They make me feel better too. Excellent, yeah.
I love the discussions. And really enjoyed it. I haven't gone through absolutely everything in the Edge just yet, but it seems like another great issue.
Yes, it's nice
out.
to have good news. I mean, we have to have the bad news in there as well, but it's nice to have good news.
That's what I wanted to say. With all of this bad news and everything like that, and I think it's also what you wrote in there, or it had to do with one of these kind of parts, but just how important it is that we have people in the ratepayers, people in the Revive, I mean, there's Revive now, it's no Revive Sagefield, people who are just keeping an eye out for this junk. It's when we stop looking and stop discussing that these things slip through the cracks.
Yeah.
So the more and more we make the cracks smaller and fill in our own potholes.
Yes. There you go.
The better it's going to be. Let's keep looking out for each other, keep discussing this, and going to like the agendas that you and your mate now who kind of sent you these things.
Yes. Keith Killops. Yeah.
Thanks, Keith. But you can check all these agendas out on the NISNA website.
Yes,
and all these things. I mean, not always the most exciting reading, but the more we're looking out for each other, more we're reading through these, finding out what's actually going on. Seeing, I mean, we looked some of these council meetings, which are televised, which are YouTubeized and live streamed. I mean, they've got hundreds of views. Some of them. That's just so good that it's out in the open. We're listening, looking out for each other.
Can I tell you a theory that I read? It's not mine. No, not my theory.
don't say it. Please, let's hear it.
They said the problem that there is a problem arising with the middle and upper class of people in South Africa.
What happens somewhere? Yeah.
No, what they're saying is because middle and upper class people are making a plan.
Yes.
They are no longer complaining.
Oh.
So nobody likes a complainer.
Yeah,
obviously. But let's narrow it down to electricity.
Okay.
So for years, everyone complained because of the power outages and what have you. People started making a plan. So they get solar power, they get this, they get that.
Yeah.
The more that happens, the more they feel, okay, I'm independent now. They stop complaining. They no longer write letters to the council or to the government. They no longer complain in the newspapers. But then what happens is the working class who don't always have access to write a complaining email.
Don't have the voice and don't have the facilities a lot of the time.
Voice. They don't actually have the time to do this.
Big one, yeah.
So all that's left for them to do, if they are going to complain, is take to the streets. And if everyone complains, why don't they complain in the normal manner? They can't.
They don't, can't.
And so things slide even more.
Whoa.
You know, if you're getting 45 emails on your desk a day saying that your particular government department is not working, you're going to start thinking about it. But
Yes.
if people stop writing, people stop emailing,
And it just goes on.
It just goes on. So don't be a complainer, but complain.
But take action.
Yeah, take action. That's it.
Yeah,
Yes.
think about it. Make sure it's a good. Yeah, and not just complaining to your buddy and.
Yes, that's it. Don't be a whiner. Be an actioner.
A beerer.
And build a boat.
Not wine or beer.
Beer. Yeah.
There you go. Oh man,
Absolutely.
awesome! But thanks so much, Bomber. That's really encouraging. Actually, I hope.
I hope so. Yes. Yeah.
And it's good that we're hearing about it.
Absolutely, that's
More
it.
and more.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing line dancing and kites and all of that,
Yes.
and already planning
And
for the
throwing a pony at a child.
Yes. What a weekend ahead.
Oh,
Let's go. Awesome. Thanks, Bomber. Bye.
Thank you, mate. Bye.